All right, our first video for the day is titled Massive Damage Boost for the Railgun, Star Citizen 317.2 PTU, testing and comparing gameplay. This is from Commander Kate and Will. So this is something that, honestly, I was planning on testing today, but if Kate and Will already did it, or I should just say Kate, obviously, did it, it would be really interesting. This is something that I am mega invested in for 317.2. Jumptown, possibly 100 player servers. Probably not, but possibly 100 player server Jumptown. The ability to defend yourself from the nose pointed down pilots at Jumptown that are just so annoying and no way to defend against it in a lot of ways. If you get yourself in that scenario, obviously, if you have ground vehicles and this and that, that's great. But sometimes you get yourself in a scenario that's tough to get out of. The Railgun was always meant for this scenario. So I am pretty excited for this one. So let's hear what Kate has experienced with this Railgun and what it has for the potential for the future of Star Citizen. I don't know. I'm excited for it. Let's see.
The Scourge 2 Railgun has been given a substantial boost in damage in the current PTU for 317.2.
There we go.
The change came around because of another buff to the health of the Nova tank. The Nova was most definitely in need of greater survivability, and coupled with the lower emission signatures for ground vehicles, this may actually give it a use now in battle over just choosing a ballista. The Railgun was buffed to keep it viable as an anti-tank weapon, and I am strongly in favour of this change. I've been using the...
It was not an anti-tank weapon. So it was this was made for that specific scenario. Back in the day, we used to play at just Security Post Korea. This was way before Kate's time, so she just doesn't know, I guess. Security Post Korea was the spot, and anytime you went outside, you were screwed. So we needed something to balance out that scenario. It's never quite been balanced out. Now there's the potential for it, but I hope she doesn't just go into it as an anti-tank weapon. Although, if you look at scenarios where weapons like this are used in, real life today in war, yes, they're anti-tank and anti-vehicle weapons, but ships are vehicles too. So hopefully we see some tests with that.
Railgun for a long time now, especially during Jumptown.
Killed him before.
Ballista is active as well. I can see the radar going around on it.
Obviously, they're really great against stationary vehicles, though, right?
Okay.
How many shots? This is before the change, I assume? 4 shots?
Nice.
Artax and me would most often run as a buddy team, with Artax being a great sniper, and me engaging the ships with a railgun. The railgun, though, was often more of a deterrent than a major threat to active ships.
Yes, very true.
Yeah, okay.
There's been times in the railgun's history where it's been really badass, right? Like, if you guys look back at the Mongrel Squad video, what was it called? I can't remember, but it was the second time Mongrel Squad got me. I had a railgun on me, and it was an equalizer in that fight in so many ways. They had no idea what was going on. It just caught them off guard and by surprise. And it was really fun for me.
If you come in now, I'm hitting them with a railgun, they're distracted. Oh, are they? They're just flying up into the sky, so maybe not. Oop, another ship's taking off. Landing shots on ships moving even mildly quickly or actively evading is extremely difficult.
It is.
This meant that most targets for opportunity were ships that were loitering or ground vehicles. Ground vehicles are more certain targets. They cannot evade in the way a ship can. I take this Nova out.
Okay, good luck. I'm gonna wait till I get up there and I can...
But I still think that mic drop, that's what it's called, yeah. The nose down ship scenario is still where the railgun can really be an equalizer.
Okay.
there's someone in the Nova, just to let you know.
Jeez, man.
Cobra's on me at OM3. I'm gonna jump over to OM2. Why is he here?
Oh god, no. Ow.
Wow, the Nova's actually shooting where the railgun is shooting from.
Nova's gone.
They just missed.
And they were engaging me back, but they
Yeah.
couldn't quite place me.
That
But
I'm
even with
surprised
many
she
of the light
didn't move.
fighters, you were looking at 3 or more hits to kill the ship.
And we don't have the numbers to keep it. We're gonna need more fighters.
See, the issue here is she's the only one shooting the railgun. Her org is like fantastically organized, but if they wanted to do an effective railgun scenario back then, you would just time it with a few people and bang, ships explode.
Okay, there's some serious damage on one of the Talons. It's leaving. Usually you could get off 2 before they realized they were under attack and sped off.
That's true, yeah.
They didn't notice, Katie. They didn't notice.
Yeah, and then 2 side 1 shields.
Oh, they noticed that.
What?
Oh, and they saw where it was coming from.
So the majority of the time, you wouldn't get a kill on a Gladius or Talon.
That's correct, so I'm gonna backspace and get a fighter.
All right, we've seen, like, we're nearing halfway through the video, and I feel like we're going a little long here, but now, so we're almost getting to the damage boost part.
Alright, I gotta set.
They don't know, they're just...
Eclipse. Also,
Rapid fire.
We're seeing how
Guys,
poor it
also-
was. This isn't the change yet.
I am orange, so...
Bang! That should be a kill, right?
And forget about hurricanes or anything stronger, requiring
should be a kill.
considerably more shots. Even a landed hurricane would take a lot of time to kill. Timmons just got out of his ship.
Oh, did he?
Yes, there's a hurricane. I'm gonna engage it.
It was a hurricane, I'm pretty sure.
Reload, God damn it.
A hurricane would probably take like 10 shots, I feel like. Like, we got the gist of it,
He's running
but I'm
towards you,
glad
he's
she
running towards
included
you.
this. Because this is
Reloading.
stupid.
Alright. I'm switching to...
It's almost like the railgun should be its own special damage in a weird way, right? To like this, you have this small size whatever weapon on your shoulder. I think it's a size 1, and it needs to be like special.
Ship's gone, he's gone.
Nice.
Some ships,
That was
Aurora,
relatively quick,
Mustang,
though.
Pisces, and so on, could be killed in a single shot. But the majority of air threats we see at Jumptown are Gladius and other very capable fighters, and then greater ships than that.
Yeah.
In this video, we're going to take a look at the new damage and what it can do. Razor enemy, we're heading out
There
to
we
do some
go.
testing with the newly improved Railgun. And the first
I'm
idea
hyped
was
for
to
this.
board his 890 jump, take some atmospheric bounties, and engage them from the top of the landing pad.
Okay. Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is it's my understanding that NPCs in Star Citizen are using shields and components that actually don't necessarily exist in the rest of the Star Citizen universe. Like things that they're using like D-grade components. So, yeah. So they're like easier to kill than other ships. I wish they tested them on actual player ships, and I hope they did.
Avenger Stalker.
Wait, yeah, I see a missile coming in now. Okay.
I even dodged it. It still has.
They're just too big.
Thank you, Jason. Can you shoot through the shield?
Oh my god, I hit straight away. But I'm not dead.
Are you in camp?
I'm looking at my ass for a minute, that's all.
This is a very weird test. This makes no sense to me.
Oh, there's another ship. Oh, that one crashed into us. Two hits there. I'm hitting your shield.
Yeah, she's hitting the
I
shield.
think maybe, I don't know. Let me try again. The shield was absorbing most of the damage from the outgoing shots. We need to set up a more objective test for sure. I may have to like come closer to the edge.
No, you need to like literally get on the ground and have your person in the 890 jump spawn different ship.
Son of a bitch! Yep, I'm hitting now.
Okay.
I wonder
But
how
it's
much
still popping the
capital
shield, I feel like.
shields, whatever this has got. Sap away from the strength of the hits.
It's not shooting us. Just turn off the shields.
Oh, that one hit me. Jesus.
Shields are down.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Okay, now he took down the shields. Now that he took down the shields, now we're at the real test. But this has already been hit once that we could see. Even if it was a small hit, it was hit once. So if it gets one shot, this isn't necessarily a one shot on a Titan. But it still might
It's
be.
amazing though that the shields were actually catching like a lot of the shots. How about for the next one, land, and I will be ready to disembark.
Okay, yeah, now it's a better test, I think.
This time it was a pair of Gladius.
But again, weaker components,
They're gonna follow
weaker
you, aren't they,
ships.
not me?
Yep.
As far as I can remember. That may have changed. This was a long time ago.
They're not even shooting it.
Oh, yeah. I see him.
There goes the shields.
Gotta make sure that your shield's in the way, so I'm gonna wait until I get a clear shot. What are we, oh, there it is. What are we up against here?
It might be really hard to see, but it's right there.
Oh, that's gone.
Okay.
What was that? What was it? I didn't get a chance to get to examine the video carefully. Okay, there's another one there.
Oop, just missed.
No, you hit.
Damn!
Roll over these.
Okay, that was amazing. Did that first one hit as well?
It's like I'm
the first one
trying to
hit.
reserve
Okay.
my excitement.
Damn, okay, so that was a Gladius 2-hit kill. Like, that is a big improvement right there. Wow.
I just saved that.
Oh, this next patch is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, like I feel that way too, but it's not a
Well,
realistic
like I said, from my
test.
experience, you normally get 2 opportunities to shoot before they properly realise they're being shot at.
Yeah.
So a 2-shot kill would make this super viable at jump time.
I got another LRT at Microtech. You want to give it another go?
Absolutely. And our final run was the Gladius and F7C Hornet.
You know if you need me to go down at all or anything anymore.
I think maybe a little more down, yeah. Just okay.
I think we'll have to test this ourselves.
Yeah. Barely dented the shields.
Okay, see him.
I don't know why they're shooting NPCs.
Yes! Okay, the target's gone. What was the target flying? Whoa, F7C.
The thing is, it could go, like the damage could go way past what, like it could go past what an upgraded combat ship could have.
Shooting one hit.
But
Holy cow.
yeah, it's just like the NPC ships aren't using military grade A shields, right? Like, so is it a true example of what would happen at Jumptown? No. So, man, that's so frustrating. I was really excited for this video actually, and now I'm kind of like,
I feel like the people who
bummed
say
out.
that don't understand the realities of doing it that in PvP. where you basically need the ship to be moving incredibly slowly to land the hits reliably. So, like, if the fighters continue to move, you know, very energetically,
I'm gonna test
then
it on stream today.
It's not really like some overbearing, massive, crazy threat. But if they slow down and loiter, then they've got something to be worried about now, you know?
Yeah, it at least keeps them moving.
Does a more powerful railgun disrupt the balance in combat? Well, no, I don't think it does.
Three hits on a Scorpius.
Ships have the advantage and capability of being able to move very quickly, and railgun shots are very difficult to land on a fast-moving ship. It is only when ships slow down to attack or to loiter over an area of the ground that they become vulnerable and reliable to hit. This kind of loitering would allow fighters to, say, prevent ground troops from entering Jumptown. They could just hover in the air above and engage the puny meat sacks as they ran for the airlock. A railgun with more bite would strongly discourage pilots from loitering over Jumptown.
Yep.
And having
Yeah, it's not meant to be like a dogfighter from the ground, right? But preventing loitering, which is like this scenario that she's showing here is the exact scenario for a railgun for me, is the ship knows sort of where you are and is just shooting and getting that stupid force reaction shit with you. And if you can land a shot, bang.
a reliable way to defend yourself on the ground from a ship just hovering over you firing down would be a huge benefit to the ground side of combined
that was
arms
a
combat.
perfectly placed
Deanna's
shot.
missile launcher is very cool, but it is a joke to use because the missiles are so easily countermeasured.
I'm just gonna backspace.
And I don't understand how missiles like that from that distance are easily countermeasured. They just shouldn't be.
Saber,
I mean, one of them hit.
Shock, is he one of ours?
No.
Ballista are an excellent AA weapon, but not everybody has the capability to move and deploy ballista to the battlefield. Any player can get their hands on a railgun.
Okay. You got it.
Can they, though?
Yeah, there we go.
Ooh,
A nice
you were not
call.
wrong.
As always, I want to thank all of you at home for watching and send out a huge thank you to all of our amazing patrons who you can see on screen right now. Thank you all for the very generous support you provide me and the channel. Patrons like you are what make the videos I put out possible, and I am hugely
That's a lot of
grateful
support.
to all
Well
of you.
deserved as
And
well.
in this video, I want to send out a very special thank you to Zen Marquis, Ian Tapote, and Sean Noel Christ, who recently became supporters over on Patreon. Thank you
Nice.
guys for the support. It is really appreciated and helps out a lot. If you guys want a way to help support the channel that is free, please consider hitting the like button. This helps more than you think with the YouTube algorithm. If you were thinking of starting Star Citizen yourself, you can use the referral code in the description below to gain an extra 5,000 credits when signing up for a new account. And we'll be back with more from Star Citizen very soon.
Nice. Thank you. I think that was a completely flawed test until we saw the Scorpius. And that may have been a stock Scorpius. We don't even know what the shield was and how much damage it could take. So, yeah, it's very interesting that it may... I think her test was flawed, but her conclusion was probably correct. It's going to be useful at Jumptown, but it's going to be useful against preventing one scenario, really, is just loitering ships. But the thing about Jumptown is loitering ships are a big problem if you're trying to hold an area and you're not 30 people, right? So sometimes one ship can really what's the word, like really have a really great impact on a team that is largely on the ground, right? I do think Ballista Centurions are going to have a big factor, but tip the balance is a really good way to say it, Asia. Like one ship in the air, when you're moving boxes in and out, Or if like the scenarios that I've played in the past where you're like stealing ships from people, you're on the ground. You're not focused on anything in the air. You're allowing people to fill their ships, and then you steal their ships, right? So you're mostly 99% of the time in FPS. If you're not overwatching there because you shouldn't be, you should be kind of joining the conga line. In my experience, it's been really, really painful when just one guy comes around with a Gladius and just nose down blows up every ship in the area, and it's just like, well, there you go. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what happens at Jumptown, and I am going to do my own test today for sure, because I only saw one version of her test that I was interested in. Yeah, let's share the link for this video, because if you guys haven't heard of Kate, fantastic Star Citizen content creator. But thank you, Kate. That was interesting. Very excited for Jumptown 2, and we'll see what happens.